Good afternoon, Dr. Antonio Alonso Marcos. Thank you very much for having an interview with us. And our Shanghai Darov Uz Report correspondent. I know you are the expert in Central Asian affairs and you have many words about what happens around the summit and that will be in Samarkand next week. So my first question is about the leaders of the major Eurasian SCO countries will soon gather in Samarkand, and there are reports that the number of Middle East countries are also demonstrating their interest and they know some information. However, it's very little known in European countries. How will this meeting affect the CA-EU relations in future?
Well, as far as I know, at least for the former special representative of the European Union for Central Asia, Peter Burian, insisted a lot during his mandate on a very specific idea, which is that the European Union strategy for Central Asia is based on a cooperative way. I mean, we want to establish a cooperation, open cooperation with the countries of the Central Asian countries. And it is not a competitive one. I mean, it is completely possible, the compatibility is compatible with other cooperation. So that means that the way the European Union is thinking about the Central Asian region is not based on competition, but it is only based on cooperation, not only with Central Asian countries, but also with the great powers that they are also interested in the region. I mean, the United States, of course, Russia, China, India, Turkey, many others. And it's non-exclusive partnership. This is the term he used, and is the term he insisted a lot on. This is a non-exclusive partnership, which means that our partnership is based on reciprocity. We are equal partners. We are not superior to us. And of course, even if you are 5 countries, you are big countries, strong countries, rich countries. So the relationship should be from equal to equal, because we are not talking about a new neo-colonial scheme or model, but this is a new world, completely new, which means that we have to treat each other, to behave in a very peaceful way.
There are still some rumors about the SCO organization itself, and some of them still believe that it's a military bloc and it can become a competitor for the EU and NATO. Do you agree with this statement?
Yeah, I know these rumors, but I think they were more important, or they were stronger 20 years ago when the Shanghai Five started, and the organization was still just a forum, and it wasn't an organization, and they were starting the life of the organization. But 20 years later, we can say that we know what the SCO is, and I think of course there is a very big part, very important part of the goals of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is the defense, security, and so on and so forth, the 3 evils, extremism, separatism, terrorism, and so on and so forth. But this focus on security, it is based not on an alliance, military alliance against others, but they are a forum to solve the internal problems. I mean, the regional problems, the problems they share. This is not an alliance against NATO or against AUKUS or against whatever. I think this perception is, the perception of the SCO as a threat is more from the beginning of the 21st century, but now I think we cannot fear this organization because it is focused on security, but regional security, and it is not an alliance against some others. On the other hand, if those groups they could compose another new, but not the SCO, because this organization is not for that purpose. And keep in mind that India is part of this organization, is member of this organization, and India, of course, is a very close friend of the United States. So I don't think so that it is a competition or a confrontation against other blocs, military blocs, but they are just a very useful tool to fight against regional issues, security issues in that region.
Well, Uzbekistan will be finishing its SCO presidency soon, a country that has recently turned into a political star in the Central Asia and overall in Asia itself. And how do you see the trace of the president and his policy?
Again, coming back to Peter Burian, we can repeat with him that because this sentence he is the author of this sentence. He says something like, after Mirziyoyev came to power, everything changed in Central Asia, because he was lobbying, the Mirziyoyev was struggling and fighting to have or to change the dynamics in the region. So where there were problems before him, now there are solutions. There are some examples. For instance, one of the main goals of the Shanghai Five, in the origin of the Shanghai Five, of the organization, it was the borders, no? To be clear, to make clear, to establish the borders, and so on and so forth. No? So after him, or with him, or thanks to him, it was possible to do this kind of settlement of borders between some countries, or started the negotiations to solve this very long problem. No? And also there are some other issues that we can see that it was a very positive dynamic for the entire region. No? So, for instance, the building of infrastructures for the region, first they were stopped because there was a lack of political will of other presidents in the region, but thanks to his attitude, okay, open, liberal, yes, okay, we are not going to pay attention to the problems. We are going to take care of solutions. We are looking for solutions. We are not looking for problems. So he changed his mentality. He changed the mentality of other presidents, which means that he introduced a very positive dynamic in the region, even if he was new in his position. Because usually, it is the elder person who is the leader, who is organizing, gathering meetings around his person. I can say that he has a charisma. He's a very charismatic person. He's a very charismatic leader, and he is also pragmatic. No, so maybe he's not a magician that he can solve magically all the problems and so on and so forth. But the change in his attitude, the change in that political will, without any doubt, you can check whatever report or book or articles, whatever. Everyone is recognizing that maybe it is the tradition of Samarkand. The new Silk Road, the Silk Road is the tradition of the focal point for many countries, cultures, civilizations, and so forth. It's a way to be a tolerant civilization, which means that maybe he learned this kind of toleration and his ability to gather different point of views and so on from your culture, from your own culture.
I have a last question. Your expectations from the summit. Will we see any unpredictable decisions made by the superpowers like China, Russia, or India? If yes, why do you think?
Okay, I think the best outcome of this summit in Samarkand should be something like solidarity among the members, or the support to solve the real problems of the region, and so on and so forth. I think there will be no surprise like, wow, China and Russia, they have decided to fight against the United States in Ukraine or something like this. I don't think so, because they will be there in Samarkand to solve the regional problems. not to create new problems to the rest of the world and so on. I hope in that summit in Samarkand, they will forge an alliance, a stronger alliance also with India, which is the other superpower in the region. And also, I hope this summit in Samarkand will be very good opportunity to pay attention not only to the interests of the great powers, but also to the necessities of the rest of the members of the organization.
Thank you very much for this interesting interview, and we hope to see you in future in Tashkent with more interviews.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.